Hey everyone, welcome in this new video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about reasons to leave battlebay. And I will make this video as short and powerful as possible, at least 20 minutes, where I will be talking about the things that are good about leaving the game. Don't get me wrong, battlebay can be a decent game, even though it's hot garbage to me, because I have seen way better games and I can decide to uninstall this game at any moment. I will be honest with you. And the reason for that is very simple. That's just so simple, you gotta see that. But either way, then, not important because we are gonna be talking about why you should leave the game. And sadly enough, I can't make a top 5 reasons why, but I can, well, name a few reasons why you should leave the game. And that's just practically it. So first of all, why do you want to leave the game? Well, let's say that it is very time consuming. That's the first thing. And some people might be asking, huh? Why is this time consuming? Well, if you truly want to know, I will name it for you. Because I'm a decent person, or actually, I was a decent person until I came here. Practically, the reason why you want to leave this community is to save time. That's the first thing that you want to do on this game. Because if you leave, I'm gonna put down the volume completely. If you leave the community, what do you get? What do you actually get? Well, you get a lot of time, so that's the first thing. And you can invest that on other games. And you can start trying to find a different game that is, well, that looks like maybe battlebay. Now, of course, that is something very hard to do because copyright is forbidden. Unless you do it in a certain way that people don't really notice it, or that it is a good copycat version. But either way, then you should maybe pay the price that you have done for the other part. For instance, let's say that you have a copycat version of League of Legends, like something like Arena of Valor. Arena of Valor is a copycat version from League of Legends, but it's, in my opinion, way better because it's easier. I've never played League of Legends personally, but I may want to play it in the future, and who knows, I will be streaming that in a few years. Not too sure about it. I will need to think about that. Either way, then, that will be it. Uh, so let's say that you play like something that is a copycat version of League of Legends. The game can be charged at any moment because of League of Legends, so you gotta remember that because it's a copycat version from the original game. So keep that in mind. So if we have a copycat version of of battlebay, then battlebay can choose at any moment to charge in and, yeah, give them a money charge that they need to pay back. Either way, then that is not really a problem. So what is the mistakes that the devs made on this game? Because that is another reason to leave the game. Well, I don't know why the devs left this game in the first place. That's just really garbage. That's just giving up a future game that could have been, even right now, a hype. Don't get me wrong, we could have played that very good. And they make a fuckload of mistakes. Like, they make really bad mistakes. Like, I thought that I was bad with making mistakes. But Rofio is, like, 5 times worse, man. Rofio is 5 times worse. Rovio is just way worse. And I'm sorry for the lag, but I have to talk as well. So, yeah. It is just very bad. I don't even understand why the devs left this game. So, yeah. We will probably never know because they won't answer us. Even if we ask, like, can we get the capture the flag events back? Can we get those events back? Well, guess what? It's never gonna happen because they're stupid. If there is anything important that you need to do in a game company starting, it's always gonna be to listen to the community. Because if you listen to the community, you will follow their opinions. And people will like that. People will like that because new things get added, new unique things comes into the game. Sometimes too much broken things which can be nerfed. That's just life, you know. That's just normal for a gaming company. And that's the mistake that games make. They never listen to the community, and that's the problem with it. And that's the sad thing about this game. That's why it died. The moderators or other people, they did not listen. That's the reason. And the worst thing, which is another reason to leave, is because of the reports. We have like one big list of reports, and probably I get reported a lot too because of attention seeking in the past, but that changed luckily. But either way, then, you know what the problem is? If people report you in a normal game and that game is a hype, you get banned. And what the worst thing is even if it's that, I still think that they should take these reports seriously, especially cheating and other things, because it just ruins the complete experience. I don't understand why people do it in the first place, but I also get it at one point, especially on this game because it's very time consuming, especially with the events. Like, for instance, why do we gotta grind up 800 fucking coins just for a legendary perk? Why not like 200 or 300? That would be fair. That would be really fair. I know that some people will say, like, oh no, I don't have the time to play for that, but 300 coins to 200 coins, that's pretty much defeatable. That's easily defeatable. And maybe like 400 or 350 is good because then you still have like a very active player base, but a lot of more people will join and a lot of returnees will come and more people will play, which is good because that's what you want, right? You want your game to be a hype. I know that money is also very important, but you know, money always comes at the last place in a game. That's what you gotta remember. And that's why the devs of Modern Warships make the mistake as well. The art coin system. It is not entirely a bad system. That's not what I'm saying. It is a true game changer. It can truly change the battlefield. Because, like, now you can earn special ships, which are all unique and are very strong. But what's the problem that they make? Well, it is not the art coin itself, but it's the way to earn it. That's the reason. That's what the problem is there. And the reason why that is so bad is because you can only gain one, just one coin by watching videos. Like, that is such pay to win. Like, if it were like, let's say, like, around like 25 coins, then it will be worth it. Then it will not be pay to win because you can get weapons very quickly. Ships, yes, that will take long, but that doesn't really matter because the ships are overpowered and it's still free to play. But just one coin for a ship, and that ship costs 1,000. yeah, you're gonna be dead because you need to watch 1000 ads for that. And that's practically the mistake that they make. That's the most common mistake in any game company. Choosing pay to win over free to play. And I know that more and more people will not buy things unless it's like a really good deal that gives you like insane progress, but even then it's not always going to be worth it to buy because think about it this way. Why would you why would you pay in a game for in-game items? What's the point of it? Like maybe a limited weapon, that will be a good thing to do. Maybe they should add limited time weapons. That will make people return, and of course that will make it pay to win too. But if those weapons get too overpowered, like they only need to be a little bit better than the normal guns and stuff like that, that will make it balanced, I guess. Because people that have the and that the some of these weapons are pretty difficult to handle, then it will be fair. So that is something that I'm asking here. So player many like pay to win games, they make a ton of mistakes in there. And that is in many multiplayer games the case. I wish some things were different in the world, but sadly enough, that's just it. And don't mind me, I like playing games. I'm actually kind of addicted sometimes to them. But, you know, that's just it. That's just normal nowadays. But even then, a shitty pay to win game and stuff like that, like you can even see battlebay is not entirely pay to win, it's more like play to win. But even then you can see like even if you have those overpowered weapons, can you handle them well? That's the question. So yeah, another reason to leave is, like I said before, the toxic community. Um, and this is actually almost just as bad as League of Legends, in my opinion. You can disagree with me. That is possible. But there is no doubt that this is one of the worst communities out there. And it doesn't matter what you say because that is just the truth. So, yeah. You see, not all communities are bad. And I will name maybe someday I will rate the communities from games if you like that. If you really want that on YouTube, then I will make that video for you. And I don't know whether I should stay on Battle Bay or that I should leave. On one moment, I think like, oh, I'm gonna leave. This game is pure garbage. I don't want to play this anymore. And at one other moment, I think about all these people that are counting on me to reach Nightmare League. Yeah, that's just me. And then I stay and I'm thinking like, okay, let's march onward because I want to get payback. I want to show my skill. Let's do it. And on the other hand, I think like, why would I waste my time on a dead game? What's the point of proving that? What's the point of proving something like that? I mean, like in the meantime, I could have, I could have used my time to master like Relay from Arena of Valor. I could have mastered her even more and better, and become a popular YouTuber on there instead of here, which is like a complete dead community and stuff like that. That's what I could have done then. And yeah, that's just me. I don't want to be toxic here, but this game is just dying, and that's the dev's fault. So yeah, I know that I'm very hyperactive, but I'm not at the same time because I'm just very tired. And that's why I explain these things in such a critical way. I'm sorry for that. So, yeah. And for the people that have been asking, Marine Force 1, aka Heat, whatever. Why did you not upload YouTube content always? Because I don't have the time for it. I have like 8.5 hours of work almost each day. And we can take 1 hour off because I have in those in that work day, I have like 3 breaks, two from 15 minutes and one from 30 minutes. And in that 30 minutes, guess what I play? Arena of Valor, of course. And why? Because I like the game. It's such a great game. Balanced matchmaking and interesting characters. Very interesting characters. Like I found that Riway. I know that I've really talk a lot about that hero, but almost the entire community there agrees that her story is probably one of the most interesting ones. And I cannot disagree with that. That's just true. I do just take that credit. I do just give her that credit for it. Now, yeah. You know, what battlebay could have done instead of removing the crew captains was making a story about these crew captains. That's what they could have done instead. But they did not do that. And that is something very sad. It makes me very furious. Because instead they decided to delete them. And don't ask me if I'm a OG player on battlebay. That's not the case here because I'm not. Even though I play pretty great right now, which is absolutely humiliating, like for real. Either way, then I'm not OG, even if I do kind of play like one. If you thought so. I don't think I'm OG, playing like an OG, because OG players play even better than I do right now. But I'm doing my best, my absolute best. And that's the reason why I'm such a good interceptor. I kill many, many people, score always 3 stars, almost always highest damage. And you can see SCP, he has like very good skill. He is a very good player. Um, and my gunboat is just underpowered, underleveled, or actually it's not underleveled, but it's just underpowered. It's just underpowered. It has low HP. I gotta be very careful at any moment because I just know that at any moment these people can just obliterate me. Another thing that I wish that they changed was this: the TDM grenade volley, railgun events, and other stuff. Before people ask me why they should change this stuff, is because it's very time consuming and it's bad. Why is this bad? Because people, they spam carronade, and guess what happens? You die instantly. And this is just very bad. This is just very bad. Because we don't want that. We don't want that. So that's practically the reason why I think that they should ban these events and maybe make it capture the flag or something different. But either way, then I don't think it will change too much. And you can see here, Rovio is by far the biggest and dirtiest absentee, most horrible, disgusting, greedy piece of ship making gaming company, going to cheat its players on purpose with matchmaking directors that don't count matchmaking, invisible boats shooting you, matchmaking floaters. And you can see matchmaking floaters, which I said report issue. Reports, there is nothing that gets done about it. What gets done in Arena of Valor? Well, let's say that they have a good system against it. They have a decent system. I won't say um, that their system is entirely effective, but it is better. And some people might be asking, why is it better? You have credibility score around 100, and you can earn above that. But if it reaches around like 0, you're gonna be dead. And why are you gonna be dead? Ban. Guess what? Yeah, you get banned, or at least you get suspended. I don't know what it is, but you can get report for toxic behavior and feeding the enemy team. And before you ask, what is feeding the enemy team? Well, it's when you die on purpose every time and feed the enemy team. Because here you have, as you can see, rushing in brain deadly and stuff like that. But there you have that as well. And you don't want that. And you can see how unbalanced this is, because now we face around something like 7k HP shooter. How is that fair against a 4.5k interceptor and a speeder that doesn't have even the good weapons on it? Because railgun is not recommended on speeder, but either way then it won't make a difference. Because we already lost. Actually, no, they lost, not us. Um, so yeah. Another thing that I think is very bad about the battlebay community is the fact that there is no assists count as kill, and something like that is very annoying. And some people might be asking, why is this bad? Because your KD gets lower every single time, but instead I think that for Fixer and other ships, and also Interceptor and Shooter, there should be a heavy kill assist ratio. And what I mean by that is, when you have a low HP ship, people with a stupid Gatling gun should not be able to kill steal you. Only finish them. Which is why it's such a stupid game, and that's why another reason why I don't like it. Because you did all the work just to kill that one person, and guess what happens? You just simply couldn't kill that last target. And you can see me kill stealing right there. And just go as a bandit, bam, 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 and stealing kills everywhere. But SCP did all the work here, and not me. I just do my thing, which is the point of Interceptor, to finish off enemies. And yeah, I just think like that the game is just not suited anymore for me. Like, it's too much grind, it's not worth my time, and all that other stuff, you know? I'm not necessarily a bad player, but yeah, it's just everything. Like, the fact that you get matched up with these people that have like such great guns, and then you come with your guns. Like, you have then this 8k gear score. What has my friend? My friend has 6k. How is that fair? How can you put someone with 6k gear score up against someone from 8k gear score? How is that's exactly the reason. The gear score matchmaking is just shit. And what is another issue with this game is simply when you have an infamy difference. Like, what is that even? Like, I played in Warrior. Okay, I played in Warrior back in the past on my Marine Force 1 account. Guess what I got? I had to fight aces. I was in fleet with a Master League player. And guess what happened? We got matched up with flipping ace people. And ace people, you can see, back then, I was Warrior 1 on my Marine Force 1 account. We were in Master League matches, and the Master League players, guess what? We got matched up with the Ace League players. Now, I was around 1200. That's a big 1100 gear score difference. So, infamy is messed up, and that's why it doesn't say anything. Anyway, I do want to stop talking now. I'm really tired and I don't even have oxygen later on anymore to talk. Just try to think for a moment, is this game still worth playing? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content, let me know in the comments down below. If you have an idea for me, let me know in the comments down below. If you have a game recommendation, let me know in the comments down below because I will play that game and I will review it. I do say that this game is a 6.5. It's not the worst game I've ever played. Like, there are far worse games that I've played. Either way, then, adios. I'm gonna interact with some of my friends. Adios.